Welcome to The Clean Slate with your hosts, Daniel Garza and Carson Phillips, providing you with movie news, reviews, and more. Sit back, relax, and don't forget to go to the concessions to get your popcorn and drinks. For your entertainment, this is The Clean Slate Podcast.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Carson Phillip. That guy, Phillips. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That guy over there is Daniel Garza. This is the Clean Slate Podcast, 31 nights of Halloween.
Ooh.
We're on night 19. Look at the caption. That's how you'll know.
We're on 21.
We're on 21. Wow, we're almost done.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
My letterbox is going off right now, baby.
Yeah, same. I actually just lost my letterbox because the card that I used, I don't have that card anymore. So I have to put on a new card.
Wait, on letterbox?
Yeah.
Oh, like your payment?
Yeah.
Do you do the yearly?
Yeah. Yeah, it was so cheap that way.
I'm thinking about doing the Patreon because then you can do custom posters. I don't know if it's kind of a dumb expense, but
interesting. I just do the one payment for so you can write reviews and stuff and do a profile picture. That's crazy that they make you pay for a profile picture on it.
No, you can do it without paying, right?
No.
Alyssa's little brother uses it, and there's no way.
No, maybe then it's just to write reviews.
No, I think it's to for the statistics to see how many movies you watched in what genres and all that stuff. That's what I think. Anyways,
got it.
We should do Letterbox episodes where it's what I watched on Letterbox this month.
I'm down. I need to update my Letterbox more often.
I need to fart.
Dude, you've been farting a lot.
Did you hear that?
No, I didn't. I was talking.
It's the alien inside my stomach trying to get out.
There you go.
I'm
all right, guys. So we are doing another movie. This is called The Babadook. This is on AMC Plus, and I think it's on Netflix too.
I don't know what I watched this on. Netflix.
I think I watched it on Netflix. Yeah.
No, it's on Shudder. It's
It's also on Netflix. Fact check me. Anyway, guys. So here is the log line for potentially the worst movie of our lineup. No, I'm just kidding.
That is crazy to say.
Okay, here we go.
That is crazy.
A single mother and her child fall into a deep well of paranoia when an eerie children's book titled Mr. Babadook manifests in their home.
He's kind of cute in the book.
Ooh, yeah, I guess.
Duke.
Yeah.
He's kind of Babadook is gay, right?
Hella gay. Well, look at that. We should have saved this movie for Pride Month.
Okay, that's what happened. I think Netflix moved this is way back in the day, but they moved Babadook to LGBTQ movies on accident, and so everyone's oh, Babadook is gay. And then there's a Blu-ray company that did for Pride Month did a special edition, and it's the poster, but it's rainbow themed.
What?
'Cause he's gay. So that's why Alyssa wanted to watch it with me, because she's isn't he just some gay guy? And I was no.
That's crazy.
No,
a gay guy attacking a family.
No. Yeah, why are we making him the villain?
Yeah, seriously. It should be the nuclear family that's the villain.
That's just the purge, bro.
Yeah, exactly. All right, cool. We'll give him a rundown of this movie.
Yeah, boy. I have a weird energy right now. I'm sorry, guys.
Because we're almost done. Kind of.
Yeah, that's what it's the Celsius. It be hitting. Yeah, so this movie takes place in Australia, where there's kangaroos and joeys and boomerangs and all that. And we enter in on a single mother who is having difficulty raising her somewhat troubled son. But in some ways, he's kind of just a normal kid.
Yeah.
And the mom might be the real troubled one. And there's some issues there. She has a lot of trauma dealing with her husband who died tragically on the night she gave birth. And she kind of forces that trauma on her son as well. And then one day, this book magically appears, and they're reading it, and it freaks the crap out of the kid because it's a spooky book.
The kid has also a hyper anxiety about death than anything, really. Like, anything spooky.
Yeah, he's traumatized, for sure. But he's also, like, really clever. Like, he makes, like, little Home Alone style weapons and stuff. But things escalate when he gets kicked out of school by some teachers, and she has to stay home with him, and she's forced to face this issue. Mm-hmm. And that's when the Babadook comes a-knocking. And when he comes a-knocking, he's going to go in your mouth and control your body and make bugs come out of everywhere and make you kill your dog. So,
yep, that's the whole movie, everybody. Thanks for stopping by.
Things get kind of nuts, and they spiral out of control.
Yeah. Anyway.
What do you like, Daniel? What do you like about this
movie?
Okay,
so as we...
Could you remind me the director's name? I know you
Jennifer Kent.
Jennifer Kent. I got to see her IRL.
I think you're sliding.
It's okay, it's just my iPad. I got to see her second feature when it first came out in a premiere. So I got to go to the premiere for one of the premieres of her second feature, which is probably more
the Nightingale
than this movie. Yeah, Nightingale is a traumatizing movie. Maybe we should watch that for a review.
I'm down. Okay, cool. So likes for sure are, I would say, the characters for me. The characters are a big, like, I think you, it really takes you on this, like, sorry, my dogs outside are just like, anyway, so it really takes you kind of like on a journey of reversals, I would say, because at the beginning of the movie, the boy Samuel is very, very obnoxious. Like, you're genuinely the Samuel. I said the boy, and then I was trying to find his name. So Samuel is very obnoxious in this movie. He is, I mean, like, right. You can definitely feel why the mom is put in such a stressful situation.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, oh my gosh, this kid. It's similar to the kid in Speak No Evil, which have we reviewed that yet? Up to this point, yesterday's episode.
Yes, we have. They kind of are a good double feature, I would say.
Yeah. So I really like that, and then at the end, the mom has a reversal in terms of, like, she's really trying. You can tell she is, like, plagued with this trauma of losing her husband, because it was like Carson said, it was a horrific car accident, and he died on the way while she was giving birth. Or about to give birth, and so it's just like, I really latched on to the characters a lot in this one, and
cool.
I would venture to say that was my favorite part of the movie. I had another one, but why don't you go and I'll try to think of it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I just think this movie is really smart. It's one of the first elevated horror films I saw. Like, I remember watching this in theaters and thinking, like, oh, horror films could be a lot more than what I thought they could be.
Yeah, like slashers and stuff like that.
Yeah, which I still love those, but this was my first instance where I'm like, oh, this movie's not about a monster. It's about trauma and being a mother or being a parent in general. Mm-hmm. And like, how do you cope with that trauma? Does it go away, or how do you take care of it and stuff like that? And I think, without spoiling too much if you haven't seen it, I think the way they explore that is really fascinating. And the thing that was cool this watch is I rewatched it with Alyssa, who, for those of you who don't know, is, she's studying to be a psychologist, getting her doctorate. So I was like, can you tell me, like, what your interpretation of this is? And so she had some thoughts, which was really fun just to have that conversation.
Yeah.
It's a smart movie. Mm-hmm. And she had issues with it, which was kind of funny. But I was like, whatever, you don't know anything, psychologist. I'm a filmmaker. I know way more.
Yeah, exactly. That.
But yeah,
I know more about the.
It was fun to. I think it's a good movie to watch and then just talk about. Like, there's so much you could take from it, and yeah, I think it's pretty enjoyable. The tension is really good, especially towards the end. I think because they don't show you the Babadook that much.
Yeah. Which
in this case, I think is smart.
Mm-hmm. Because
what you don't see usually is more scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just has a nice guy with a top hat.
Yeah, it's literally, what's his name? What is the funny actor? Charlie Chaplin? Or Charlie Chaplin?
Yeah, that would be scarier, actually. With his little Hitler mustache.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I think this movie's really effective, low budget, smart horror film. And honestly, I feel like Australian horror films kind of slap in general. Like,
yeah.
Talk to Me, more recent one. But like every time I've seen an Australian horror film, I'm like, oh, they know what they're doing.
They know horror
they're
films.
making interesting films.
Yeah, this movie actually was only a $20 million budget, which is pretty small. And then opening weekend was 30,000, I'm sorry. And so
oh wow.
Yeah, not that great, but I'm also pretty sure that this came out immediately on Netflix. Wasn't this like a straight to Netflix film?
No, I remember it being in theaters. I think it was big.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, and gross worldwide, or gross in US was 906,000, and then gross worldwide was 10 million. So it made its money back and more.
It did better globally.
Yeah, which could make sense. A couple things I was going to say in terms of more of my likes was one of the sweetest messages in the film is like, I'll protect you if you protect me. And
it's very sweet.
And you see him play that out, like right when his mom is just like freaking out. You're like, but he like ties her up and he's like, Mom, I said I'm going to protect you. And it's just, but also I feel bad for him too, because he is annoying, but he's kind of like a misunderstood annoying. Like one time he was just like one of those scenes where he's sitting in the
ADHD
tree house and that girl is just a punk to him, or his cousin, I think. And he was all like,
his cousin. She deserved it.
Yeah, and she was just like, you don't have a dad. Your dad left because you're the worst. And
yeah, she deserved that.
Yeah, and so,
I mean, I'm on his side with that one.
Yeah, for sure. But
I love the old lady, the neighbor.
So sweet.
And how she has her own Babadook. Did you notice that? She has her own Babadook. He's just chilling in the house.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
I love that. I think that's so sweet.
Well, then I think that does open up the question then, because one of my biggest dislikes in terms of how the story was written was that, to a spoiler alert, the Babadook isn't like fully gone. They defeat the Babadook by just
hang out
screaming at each other, which I thought was kind of dumb. But then he locks himself into the basement and she feeds him worms to keep him happy or to keep him down there. But she's
tending to him, tending to her trauma.
But now that we look at it in a trauma perspective, I'm like, actually that is way more smarter of writing in terms of, especially if the neighbor lady has her own Babadook. It's like, as parents, what is our Babadook? What is our trauma that we might unleash on our kid? Yeah, so it's actually now way smarter of a movie than I was thinking.
That's what.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's what Alyssa was mad about at first, because she's like, I don't know if I like the message this is saying about mental health, because it seems like if you just defeat Babadook, it's like mental health is just something you defeat, or that's it. Like there's no tending to it.
Right.
There's no like lifelong journey there.
Like taking care
of it. And so this kind of is like, this is something that's not going to go away.
Right.
You learn to live with it in a healthy way, though, which is a better message.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, that actually opened up my eyes just right now to this might be a better movie than I was initially going to give credit. My actual only dislike is that it's not scary, really. Like,
yeah, what's your scare factor on this one?
I would say,
if you're in this situation,
my scare. I mean, okay, if I'm in this, it's still
it's you and your mom.
I would still say it's about a 6 or a 7. It's pretty scary. Like, if you're that little...
Honestly, I'm going to say 2.
If you're that little, like, put yourself in little, like, 9-year-old Carson's body again and at your house in a campo.
He'd be fine with it.
That's crazy. That's a lot of trauma right there. There's your Babadook.
Yeah, dude, I don't have a Babadook, bro. I beat mine.
Anyway, so...
That sounds weird.
That is crazy. I think this... It wasn't scary, kind of like I said jokingly, but it does look like Charlie Chaplin. And Slender Man had a baby.
He's cute.
So it wasn't scary when I first saw it. I was like, what? That's it? That's the Babadook? But that's pretty much my only dislike.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in agreement. It's hard to fault this movie, though, because it's pretty clever overall.
Yeah.
And they're working with very limited budget. And I also want to say that actors give amazing performances in this, like very realistic performances.
Yeah.
Especially the little boy, he kills it.
Yeah, he definitely does. He has a really good range of acting, which I was very impressed with. I was like, great, I'm going to be so annoyed with this kid the entire time. But he proved to be a worthy actor. Anyway, guys, so that is Babadook. You can watch it on AMC Plus, Shudder, and Netflix. It's on all three of those streaming sites. It's a great little film. So I would recommend you guys check this out. Oh, what would you rate this out of your 5 count?
I don't know. Maybe a 3.5, maybe a 4. I kind of depends on the day for me.
Damn. Okay. I was gonna give it like a 6.5 or a 7 out of 10.
Well, I'm going out of 5.
Right. No, but it's still higher.
So that's like the same.
Is it? I don't think so.
Is it?
Maybe it is.
This movie's just iconic at this point for me.
I guess. Anyway, guys, so that is the Babadook. This is the Clean Slate Podcast. We are doing 31 Nights of Halloween, and we are pretty much almost in the last week. Well, not almost, but yeah, we have been chugging along, guys. So we have 21 other movies that you can go watch and listen to our review on. But if you were just joining, we are a movie review podcast, and we'd like to hear from you.
Duh.
Yeah, this isn't a health podcast. But yeah, guys, if you would be so kind as to subscribe, like, comment, do all of those things, follow us on our socials. We would love to get in touch with you and connect and hear what you think about our reviews and the movies that we watch. So thanks so much for stopping by, and we will see you tomorrow for another horror movie. Peace.
That's a clean slate.